All right. It's a chilly day in Oregon. All of a sudden, hats and scarves. So I've seen a little bit of stuff that about wedging and preparing the clay that I didn't totally. It's not the way that I do it. So I'm gonna do some stuff here on the wedging table. See how it goes. So here I have my 25-pound bag of clay. I know some of you are amazing and you mix or dig your own clay. That is amazing. But I don't do that. I just get it in the bag. So here's my clay. And I'm going to lay it flat. So this is the best. This is the way I like to take the block out. Lay it flat. Oh no, that's not what I do. Roll it down. Lay it flat and flip it over. Okay, move it so you can see it. So, then I've got my wire, and for most of the things that I make, I cut this. This is one of the ones that's square. For the ones that are kind of long and skinnier, I cut it into 3s. 1, 2, 3. But this I cut into 4s. Cross section. So check this out. Really easy way to make it really even. Just go to the bottom and go to the middle visually. Both sides. Visually in the middle. Then I'm going to come up and put my finger right in the middle on the top. And then I'm going to look on the other side at what I think is the middle, and just look at it. Now I see the thing on the bottom in the middle. I'm looking at the top. I hold this one in the middle at the top and just pull this to right where I see it. Okay? And same thing on the other side. So I touch to the middle, I look at the middle, I go straight to it, and there we go. So now I have 4 of these to play with. Now I only wedge when the pot is usually over 2 pounds. Straight out of the bag, I just stray it onto the wheel pretty much. I prepare it, I don't wedge it. So the way I do that is I take this here. I'm going to show you wedging too, but first I'll just show you how I do, like, I'm going to make some vases, 3/4 pound vases. So I don't know if this is gonna, you're sitting on top of something. So anyway, I just soften the corners out here. Doesn't have to be perfect, just kind of roundish. And then I rip off 3/4 pound pieces. So this is actually sitting on my scale. So this is, oops, yeah, just over 3/4 pound. So I rip off a bunch of those. This is not well, it is production, but they don't have to be all exactly the same. They just have to be ish because they're vases, and people don't need a matching 4 vases, you know. So anyway, so I rip off my 3/4 pound pieces. If I was doing mugs or something and I wanted to keep them all about the same, I'd be weighing every other one, or sometimes every one, pop it on the scale and make sure it's still 3/4 of a pound. Like this one is the end, and I'm just not, it feels a little light, so I'll just leave it on the side. Okay, now I'll show you some wedging, because this is the important thing. This is why I'm really making this, because there's one thing about wedging that I don't think that you might not think about. You might not know. So here we go. Whew, I'm a little out of breath today. So here we go. Oh, by the way, you can't see this, but my feet are wide here. My feet are in an A stance. I'm like stable here. Look at them. Can you see them? So I'm like in ready position here. Martial arts ready position. I'm good to go. Okay. So these are going to be about 2 pounds each, whatever. And so I'm going to show you the wedging, a little bit over 2 pounds each. So, okay, here's the wedging. Now, a couple methods, right? Ram's head and the conch shell. So, let's see. Aha! Great. Okay, now this is not great for my body. Here, wait, maybe I can put you here. Oh boy, all this stuff. Now you're facing the window. Okay, bird's eye view here. A little bit better for me, like that. Okay, so, first the ram's head. These parts of my thumbs together, right? I'm going to push 45-degree angle down and away from me. Ba-boom. This is a hard clay. It didn't go anywhere. Okay. Okay, now the thing is I need more of my body. I don't want to hurt myself, so I'm going to come here. But basically, down and in. I got to get above it a little bit because it's so hard. Okay, so what I'm doing is fingers on the outside of the clay, this is in the middle, and I'm containing it, not letting it get out like a hot dog. I'm containing it, and I'm just doing little pushes so this little lip comes down, right? Comes around. Now check it out. I'm going to roll it back. You probably know most of this. Now, which side do I slam down? This is the very important piece that I'm trying to tell you. So, one way will go with the spin of the wheel, and one will go against the spin of the wheel. We've just set the clay particles up to be thrown. But if you throw it upside down, then you're basically unspinning what you just did as opposed to completing it. So the answer is the left hand is always the bottom. Well, first I roll it back to incorporate that lip. Right hand's the top, left hand's the bottom every time. Because, well, oh, this is assuming that you throw counterclockwise. But if this were going to spin counterclockwise, then that little lip that I rolled in, I think it was right here, I'm closing it up, right? I'm completing it and closing it up. That's how the clay was spinning when I was wedging it. If I did it the other way, I would be unpeeling. Why am I so out of breath? It's like, this is so important for me to teach you. So don't unspin it. Don't unspin it. So, okay, right side is the top. Unless you do the other way, and then it's the other way. So I guess I'll just show the conch shell method just because most people, I don't know anything about most people. I always assume that everybody knows everything I know, but I know that that is probably not true. So here we go. Conch shell method. Start off with the ram's head. Whoops. Start off with the ram's head, then it starts going on an angle. Okay? Push it in 45 degree and just not very much. And these fingers pull it up and around together. Now, do you know what the hara is? The hara is like under your belly button. It's the center of your body, your center of gravity. And so you want to be really centered in that point when you're doing this. That's where your base is. That's where your foundation, well, you're on your feet, but it starts, you want to feel into that hara point. So your feet are steady and wide. You're pretty much just leaning your upper body into this. And then roll it back, and then of course the bottom. So if you do the conch shell method, make sure that the right hand is the big side and the left hand is the pointy side. It's important. So, okay, tip of the day.